In this lecture, we are going to do our first program. To do it, right-click on the top of the SRC folder, New, Java class, name your Java class with a C capitalized for the first letter. I'm not going to talk about naming convention, we will see this in other lectures later. So for now, just write it this way with a C on uppercase and you will be good to go. Make sure you have your main method this way, right? Main, hit the enter button, and IntelliJ will provide for you the main method, as you remember. And it is inside our main method, we are going to write our first program, our small source code. The goal of this program is to ask the user to enter two numbers, add them, and to show the result in an output. All right? So the algorithm is pretty simple, I would say. It's making an output in the console, asking for the user to write a first number. The user writes a first number. The program asks for a second number to be written inside the console. So basically, it is a second input. And the program is doing an output showing the result. So to imagine what's going to happen, the console is telling me, give me the first number to add, please. I'm writing it. Then the console is, I'm hitting enter, sorry. The console is asking me, give me the second number to add, please. I'm writing it. So if I wrote 5 the first time and 5 the second time for the second number, the console will do an output showing the result is 10. All right? So one more time, we ask the user to write something, a number inside the console. The user writes it. The console asks the user to write another number. The user writes it, and the console is showing the addition of the two numbers. So at this point, I recommend you to pause the video, try to figure out how to handle this problem, this small algorithm, and when you are good to go, you think you have the solution, or at the opposite, you have no clue at all to do it, just hit play button and I will show you the solution. So I'm removing the spaces to show you the solution. As you remember, as we said in the last lecture, we got to have this expression, which is basically an instance of an object of type scanner with which we'll be able to do the inputs, so to collect what the user wants to write inside the console. So all you have to do, you had to do is to copy and paste this to be able to do some inputs. We are doing an output saying, give me the first number to add, please. The program is waiting line 14 for the user to write the first number, and as soon it will do it, we will declare and initialize a variable of type int called number1 with the value, obviously, the user is going to write inside the console. So the user is hitting enter button. The program makes an output, again, saying, give me the second number to add, please. And the sequence is waiting one more time at line 16, waiting for the user to write an input again. With this, we will declare and initialize a variable of type int called number2. All right. So at this point, we collected all we needed to do the addition. We collected the number 1 and the number 2. We are declaring and initializing a third variable of type int named result. And we will initialize it with number 1 and number 2 variables making an addition. It is okay. This is not a compilation error at all. As you remember, we already did it in the first lecture, I believe. So at this point, I got a third variable, which is the addition of the two numbers the user wrote inside the console. So we are doing a last output, and in this output we are writing the result is. We are doing a concatenation with the variable result, so this string will appear, and then right after it we will see the value of our variable result. So if the user wrote 5 for the first number and wrote 5 for the second number, obviously result will contains as value 10. Okay, so this will write inside the console the result is 10. At this point, if you didn't do it already, you have to understand to run this Java class, as it is the first time you're going to write it, you got to do it this way on IntelliJ. Right click on the name of the Java class on the left side of your screen and hit run calculator.main. After doing this, you'll be able to run it again and again this way, but if you don't do that first, probably you'll have on the top of the screen written main, which is not good because you're going to run the first exercise we did together. So right click here, run, and you'll be good to go. So we are having our small output here. Give me the first number to add, please. I'm hitting 5, I'm writing 5, hitting the enter button. So my first variable of type int number 1 is initialized correctly, and the program is making the second output. Give me the second number to add, please. So you guessed it, the program is waiting here, line 16, for the user to write something, and with it, it will initialize the variable, declare and initialize the variable of type int called number 2. Let's do it, enter, and the program is ended. We are done with it. What happened is the program kept going in the sequence, jumped to line 17, declared a variable. We declared a variable of type int named result, initialized with the two variables, number 1 and number 2. And as you remember, in number 1 and number 2, there were the values 5 in both of them. So it's like saying 5 plus 5, so it's like saying 10. So int result equal 10. This is the same thing. We are doing a last output provided inside the console. The result is concatenation with the plus operator, result. Result was 10. So here we go. The result is 10. So this was our first small algorithm to handle if you're a beginner. Feel free to do it again and again. I would recommend you to try to not look at the video to do it. So try to remember on your own how to do it. I know it's complicated, but I think it's a very good way to learn things for the developer to be able to remember the syntaxes, all right? So if you're comfortable with it, or if you understood what we said, I think you're good to go for our next lecture.